Hey everybody, Infesord here for another Infesord Live channel update. Alright, so I hope you guys are doing well, because I'm also doing well. Actually, I'd say I'm feeling pretty great right now. However, and this is just, I guess the way it has to be, I'm about to face something, I guess, far worse than, well, any video game boss battle I've ever had to deal with or come across. And I guess the way to go into it is this. The reason why, for the, past little bit here, why I haven't had any content, and that also would make you wonder, like, wait, Infesord's feeling great? Well, he hasn't made anything. You'd think he'd make more content if he was feeling great. Well, here's the thing. The cancer that I thought I had beat from the operation on the testicular whole thing, it has returned. Cancer is back. And unlike the Slim Shady song, it's not good. It's bad. Although still tell your friends, because this is important that this has happened to me. But basically, the cancer has returned, and it's affecting. As the doctors mentioned something about lymph nodes. It's spawned in a couple lymph nodes, and they're a bit larger. So that has happened. But that's why after you get like a surgery of some kind or some kind of cancer thing, you get CT scans to check them, to check your body for returns of cancer, because if you don't, it will probably come back. People who have cancer are prone to have it return, because that's not just the way it is. But don't worry, everybody. Have no fear, for I am going to fight it. That's right. I'm not going to sit this one down. I'm going to fight this cancer. But that, of course, means, based on the meeting I had yesterday at the cancer center, I'm going to be going through chemo. So basically, here's the skinny of it. I'm going through a lot of things at the moment to get set up for it, but chemo officially begins on September the 14th for myself, and it will take a few months to process all of the treatments. They're saying that based on this particular type of chemo, it's going to take. It's like a weird 3-week cycle, and you repeat this 3-week cycle 3 times, or is it 4? It was 3 or 4 times I repeat this cycle. It's going to take a few months to get through all of them, and obviously the chemo is going to mess with a lot of things, because that's just what it does. But hopefully, my decision to go through chemo now instead of the other solution they gave me, which was to wait and see if the cancer gets worse. Because at the moment, right now, and this is good news, the cancer is actually very, very small. In fact, that little test that doctors will do doctors or yourself, self-examination, where you press, hard on your skin. I'm actually doing it right now, just like, can I feel it? No, basically, it's so small. You can't. I can't even feel it. And the professionals can't even feel it, because it's like less than. What did they mentioned? There's a couple of sites that are, one in my left collar and one in my pelvis. The one in the pelvis is so far down deep that there's no way you could feel it anyway. And the one in my left shoulder, or I don't know what you'd call that bone. I can't remember. In that one, that one is so small, you can't even feel it. But that's the thing. They gave me 2 options: to wait and see if it gets worse or whatever happens to it, or to start chemo now. And I've opted to start chemo now, and I believe I'm doing that for 2 reasons. One, my health and mental state is really strong right now, versus maybe later where it could get worse, like say the cancer does grow a little faster than normal and I get worse, meaning the chemo is going to affect me more devastatingly because of that. So that's why I'm opting into doing chemo early, and then seeing what its effects are, and hopefully maybe just kill this cancer, nip it in the bud, beat the shit out of it before it does anything more. Because I already went to that whole crap with the stupid surgery. I'm not gonna just sit by and let this one go like, oh well, darn, it got me, I guess I'll surrender at 20. No, fuck that noise. Anyway, so yeah, going on from that. Content from me may be coming out. I'm just going to say this right now. I have no promises for this. I keep saying, oh yeah, I'll have it out soon. Yeah. I can't, because it's just, I don't know how, how much this new cancer development is going to affect not only my physical state because of the side effects of chemo, but also where my mental state goes from here, because I don't know. Also, at the moment, I'm expecting, like, I don't know, like half a dozen phone calls about various different things I have to get checked for prior to the actual chemo itself. And then other things like making sure I get funding from the government, because I'm going to be basically out of work for half a year, they're telling me, to go through the chemo and then to recover from the treatment. So that will make me trying to make content a little trickier if I don't feel well. But if I do feel well, I believe that will help, because then I could, from the times that I am at home resting, it may be possible for me to make something. Maybe, I don't know. They have told me that I do need to get out and exercise more, so I do want to play more Pokemon Go, since I do like playing that when I get the chance to, and when the weather's not shit. I also was thinking of doing, as a little aside, I had a thought of doing a little Pokemon Go video where I'm like, hey, I'm going to take my camera, or I'm going to go play it, and you guys can see the neighborhood I'm kind of in a, fast forward motion, and only showing the parts that are actually relevant, Pokemon that spawn, Pokestops that I run into, that sort of thing. While also making sure to not reveal where I actually live and self-dox myself, because that would be, well, irresponsible. But anyway, moving on. So this is basically the plan. If I can get back into making content, obviously, Transformers Devastation, I want to get into that again and finish that, since what I was currently working on. And I was hoping that was supposed to be quick and easy, because I heard the game was actually relatively short. Although I guess that only counts if you aren't trying to do all the side content, which, of course, you guys know me. I'm sort of a completionist. I'm not 100% completionist, but I'm like 96.5% completionist. I don't know. I want to do all the side stuff, but I'm hoping that one won't take long once I can get back into it. Then there is, after Devastation is completed, Transformers Devastation, that is, I'll hop right into Dead Space 2. That was actually the plan from the beginning. I guess I just never formally announced it, but that is the plan when I can get back into it. And yeah, but it could be a while before I get around to them. Just, bear that in mind. I can't make any promises. You know the drill. Before I round out here, I just want to thank everyone once again for, just sticking around and watching, for any content that does come up, despite the lack of regular content. And I really appreciate that. I thank you so much. And I am very close to 400 subscribers, which will be pretty cool when that hits. Although I may be sick as a dog when that actually does happen. And that could be like, if I ever do a video on that, like, hey guys, it's 400 subscribers, woo. I feel like dog shit because chemicals in my body. Yeah, get them in there. Fuck you, cancer. I think that's about it. The only thing is that I ask everyone to, for the next few months, it will be a few months actually for this whole process, to please, just wish me well. And, just as I proceed to work on this little problem in my life that, like I said, is going to be the most struggling element I've ever had to deal with. But don't worry, I'm going to do my absolute best, and I'm going to beat this. I'm going to beat the shit out of this cancer. I'm going to do it using a drop kick, and then I'm going to grab a folding chair and slam it into the mat. That's what I'm going to do with this cancer. Or, by golly, I'm going to damn near try. Because there's no way I'm going out going, give up. No, not happening. Anyway, guys, now that I've exhausted all my energy, okay, it's time to shut it down. I was going to say, again, this is me, Infesord. Until next time, guys, see you later. And make sure you have fun. Oh, and screw cancer.